Okay. Trying again. Had a little technical difficulty. Shouldn't have to begin. Let me know if you're on right now. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. It was there's a copyright infringement because of the music I had in the background, so they automatically booted the program. Anyway, fair enough. We're going to start with get right into cat-cow next. Okay, then from here, we're going to take the right leg forward into a lunge position, kneeling lunge. And feel free to stay here in the kneeling lunge or come into a lifted, regular low lunge. And lower the back knee again. Shift the right foot to the right, hands to the front. See if you can go into an even deeper lunge, maybe using a block if you need to under the elbows. And pressing up. Swing the right leg back, and then left leg forward. Starting in a low kneeling lunge, the left leg forward. Lifting up the back knee if you can. And then lowering, shift the left foot a bit wide, bring the arm on the inside, and coming forward into a low lunge or lizard. And then swing that leg back. Take knees a bit wide, hands a bit wide for some hip circles. Other way. And back to center. Hips forward for kneeling push-up position. Plank. If you wanted to, you could do a full plank or stay in kneeling plank. And then lowering slowly to the floor. And reaching the left arm out. Peel up the right side of the body. Top leg could go back. And coming back to center, slide the left hand in, right hand out to the side, peeling up the left side of the body. And coming back to flat, hands in, elbows in, neck long, come into a light cobra. And lower halfway down, press up to all fours. Tuck the toes under and lift back into down dog. Knees bent. Maybe walking the dog. All right, and then the knees look forward. Step, walk, jump to the top. Inhale to flat back extension. Reaching through the crown of the head. And bend the knees, ragdoll forward, line over the thighs. And slowly rolling up to standing. Okay, and shake it out a little bit. If you need a little sip of water, get a sip of water. Hello, welcome. Next, we're going to be doing some standing stuff, so a clear mat is ideal. Make sure you stay hydrated. Little sips is ideal. And when you're ready, let's take a wide stance. And this is the first pose, just standing with wide feet. And hopefully you feel that in the hips to some degree. Tuck the tailbone a little more if you don't. Press the thigh bones back a little more. Now from here, turn your left toes in, right toes out. Reach up, tone the back leg continuously. Bend the right leg, looking to the right, warrior two. And pressing up, release the arms. Now lean to the right, bend the right leg. Forearm or hand comes down. Left arm reaches an extended side angle pose. And anchor from the back leg, draw yourself up. And right toes in, left toes out, arms up. And then tone the back leg, arms wide, looking left. And pressing up, release the arms for a moment. And then bending, leaning to the left, bend the left leg. Forearm or hand down, right arm over, an extended side angle pose. Anchor from your back leg, back up to the center. Turn your left toes in, interlace the fingers behind you, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, tone the legs, and then keeping the legs straight, lean forward, leaning with your heart, come into flat back. You can just stay here, no problem. If it's comfortable to round forward, you might draw your arms over top as well. And inhale, slowly coming back up. Hands to the hips. Let's bring the heels in. And then take the hands just above the knees. Interlace the fingers rather in front. Turn the palms forward. And then take the knees wide, arms up. Let's do a few breathing exercises from here. Inhale, reach up, grab the top of the post. Exhale, press it down into the solid ground. One more. Good, pressing up. Now bring the hands just above the knees. We're going to rest the weight of the upper body into the legs. Maybe shifting a little side to side if it's comfortable. Some people like to take the shoulder forward. And then to center, hands down, walk the hands forward, turn the heels out. Sit back in a wide-legged downward dog. Just like it sounds. Down dog with wide feet. And walk the hands in. Put into flat back position here. You could stay here, reaching through the crown of the head, or keep that length as you hinge forward deeper towards the floor. And pressing up. You might bring your feet in a bit. Tuck the tailbone to draw yourself up to standing. And bring the feet in the rest of the way. Okay, shake it out. Get a sip of water if you need, if you like. Next, we're going to get into a sun salutation, which starts in mountain pose. So when you're ready, please find mountain pose at the top of your mat. On the next inhalation, please take the arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step, walk, and jump back. You could go right to downward dog or go through a vinyasa, coming into chaturanga or to the floor, inhaling up dog or cobra. And then exhale back to downward dog. You have the knees bent or legs straight, depending on your capacity. But your spine should be long with its natural curves intact. And bending the knees, look forward, step, walk, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And firm the legs, inhale, widen up. Exhale, namaste. Next is going to be tree pose. You could do a variation of tree pose. If you find your balance is a little tricky, you could find something to grab onto when you do the pose. But let's shift to the left foot unless you're already balanced on your right foot. My roof isn't tall enough for me to put my arms all the way up, so I'm going to use this arm position. But you can use whatever arm position you want. If you find it easy, try closing one eye. Still easy, try closing both eyes. All right, let's try the other side. Shifting to the right foot, left leg comes up now. Some arm position that's challenging. Okay, and slowly releasing from there. Next, we're going to go into a chair pose. Chair pose, just like we're sitting down, sitting back into a chair. So bend the knees, sitting back, reaching forward, or even reaching up. And straighten legs, fold over to the front. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step, walk, or jump back. Again, you could go right to downward dog, no problem, or through the vinyasa with an up dog or cobra. Then a down dog. And this down dog, bring your feet a little closer together. You're going to take the right leg up and over, like a scorpion tail up and over top. Now we're going to swing it forward into pigeon pose. Right leg forward through to pigeon, hips square to the front. You could stay in upright pigeon or bowing pigeon. We'll take a nice long hold here. Find your way back through. Downward dog. You could throw in a vinyasa there if you wanted to. And feet a little closer together. The left leg's coming up and over now. Like your tail. Then swing that leg forward for pigeon pose. Left side, king pigeon. Okay, we're coming back. And from downward dog, we're going to come into a seated position. Getting ready for a boat pose. Okay, so balancing on the 3 points, your 2 sits bones and your tailbone. Catch hold now behind the hamstrings. Extend the arms, chest lifted. You could stay right here or lift your feet up. You could stay right here or reach your arms forward. And full pose is legs straight. It's a pretty challenging pose. Let's come down into Baddha Konasana. Toddler seat. Turn sideways for it. Try to have the heels in line with each other. You could stay upright, or you could take your feet forward and come forward. You could also come forward with your feet still back. And taking the feet wide, Upavishta Konasana. Nice and wide. Sit up nice and tall. Try to have the knees and toes pointing straight up. Now see if you can reach up from there. Try to press the thigh bones down as you reach up. And arms down. Bring the feet in. From here, hands either beside you or behind you. We're going to lift up from there. If you can't lift easily, have your hands further back and then lift the hips forward. It's generally harder the further forward your hands are. And sitting down, bring the right leg into Janu Shirshasana, which is just like tree pose. And sit up nice and tall. Try to bring the belly button forward, maybe catching hold of your ankle or your foot of your left leg. This is where a yoga strap can come in handy as well, if you have one. Right leg forward. Sit up nice and tall. Drawing your belly button forward, tilting the hips forward. See if you catch hold of your ankle or your foot, or use a strap. And sitting up from there. We're going to find our way around onto our backs. And And we're going to draw our feet in so we can just touch our heels, feet hip width apart. Bend the elbows, press the back of the elbows into the floor, and lift up. Maybe rolling your shoulders under. Keep your inner heels heavy. Little bridge. All right, and slowly lowering down from there. Please hug your knees in close. And then put the feet back down on the floor. Take your right leg across your left. Externally rotate the right femur. This might be enough for you to get a stretch in your right hip, or you might reach inside the loop of the leg, like so. Okay, other side. And then releasing the feet to the floor. From here, you want to lift the hips up a bit and set them down to the right. Just up and over a bit to the right. Then extend your left leg along the floor and place your right foot gently over the left knee. We'll take the right arm out to the side. The left hand grabs the right leg and pulls it over to the left into a twist. And if it's comfortable, look to the right. Come back to center. Hips over to the left now. Extend the right leg along the floor. Left foot gently over the right knee. Left arm reaches out. Right hand grabs the left leg and pulls it over to the right into a gentle twist. Moving left if it's comfortable. And then come back to center. Hips to center. Hug your knees in once again, but this time have your knees wide. And you can stay here or come into happy baby, grabbing your ankles where feet are big toe. And stretch here. And from here, pressing up to Viparita Karani. A few more breaths if you can. And lowering down, feet down. Now take a minute to get into your final relaxation pose. This is the low back supportive position with the knees bent. This is the classical position with the legs straight. Just get comfortable for you. If you have a bolster, you get a bolster under your knees or lying over it. Whatever is comfortable for you. Now I'm going to sit up for this part because we had a music technical difficulty. I'll do a little chanting while you guys rest in Savasana for a few minutes. Remember, Savasana is like the baking your cake part of the practice. The practice is all these different elements we're putting together, and then the Savasana is where we bake that cake, and when we also eat it and enjoy it. So make sure to take at least a few minutes to do that relaxation. Even though it appears that you're doing nothing, there's a lot going on inside. That's important. So relaxing deeply, resting, letting gravity press you into the floor. And I'll do a little chant. Today, this chant is about finding your inner bliss and your inner guide. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Nirambaya Tejase. Okay. Please take your time. I wanted to save a few minutes for a meditation at the end here if you want to join me in meditation, or you could stay in Shavasana, or if you feel your practice is complete, then you could back it up at this point. So thank you very much for joining me today, and hopefully you can join us again next week, same time and place. There's also going to be some other events and materials posted, so hopefully you can use those resources as well. Again, thank you for joining us. See you next time. Namaste. If you're staying for a meditation, just find a comfortable meditation posture and start to observe your breath. Now I'll meditate for about 5 minutes, but you can go longer or you can back up at any point. Okay, thanks again. Okay, that concludes our meditation. Feel free, though, to continue on your own. See you next time.